dancing, don't stop the groove. Get out your seats and do the moves.
Feeling fresh, no cares at all. Move your body, get off the wall.
Feeling so fresh, feeling so fly.
Raise your arms to the ceiling and touch the sky.
Feeling so fresh, feeling so fly.
Not a care in the world, let's dance all night. Dance with me, dance with me, dance all night. Move with me, do the moves. Dance with me, dance with me, dance all night.
Do the moves, you can do more. Dance all night, let it out on the floor. Move, move, party don't stop. Keep on dancing till you hit the spot. So feel the vibe, put your hands up. Let's get together and turn the roof up. Get on the dance floor, show me your stuff. Be so live, you can't get enough. So let's get it jumping now. Everybody know it's going down. Let your body feel the sound. Nothing gonna stop us now. So do the moves, you can do more. Dance till we burn up the floor. People, put your hands up high. Don't sweat it, dance all night.
Feeling so fresh, feeling so fly. Feeling so fresh, feeling so
Ooh, we can make it happen.
Pasko ay hindi lamang sa pagsasabit ng saks. Ito ay nadadaan sa pagpapadala ng balikbayan box. Maligayang Pasko mula sa PinoyRadio.com.
Dahil sa'yo'y magniningning ang Pasko. Dahil sa'yo'y may ngiti ang aking Pasko. Natatanging aginaldo ang handog mo. Maligayang Pasko. Sa tuwing maririnig mga awit, malayo man ay lumalapit. Hindi na malulumbay sa pagsapit ng Pasko. Pinoy Radio, Pinoy Radio. Sabay nating salubungin ang araw ng Pasko. Sabay nating ipagdiwang ang araw ng Pasko. Pinoy Radio, Pinoy Radio. Maligayang Pasko, maligayang Pasko, maligayang Pasko. PinoyRadio.com.
Ang Pasko ay sumapit na naman, kaya tayo ay dapat na magdiwang. Pagkat ngayon ay araw ng pagsilang ni Jesus na di natin malilimutan. Halina at tayo ay manalangin, nang tayong lahat ay kanyang pagpalain. Ang Pasko ay ating pasayahin sa pagmamahalan natin. Ang Pasko ay sumapit na naman, kaya tayo ay dapat na magdiwang. Pagkat ngayon ay araw ng pagsilang ni Jesus na di natin malilimutan. Halina at tayo ay manalangin, nang tayong lahat ay kanyang pagpalain. Ang Pasko ay ating pasayahin sa pagmamahalan natin. Sa may bahay ang aming bati, Merry Christmas na malwalhati. Ang pag-ibig pag siyang naghari, araw-araw ay magiging Paskong lagi. Ang sandilang ng pagpalito, hihingi ko ng aginaldo. Kung sakaling kami perwisyo, pasensya na kayo't kami namamasko. Ang sandilang ng pagpalito, hihingi ko ng aginaldo.
What does it take to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. It's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call Agnes Miranda today. Telephone number 416-702-9693. To secure your family's future, think of World Financial Group. We would like to express that the opinions, views, comments, and suggestions of the host in this program are purely their own and do not reflect those of Pinoy Radio. Emanating from MCBN Broadcast Center, you're all Filipino radio. PinoyRadio.com. PinoyRadio.com. Minnecansa Broadcasting Network Incorporated. This is PinoyRadio.com. Love it. Let's face it, money matters at Atbp. All we need is 16 minutes, but learning is beyond an hour of listening. Money matters at Atbp. We'll provide you with the tools and ideas so you can make it on your own. Listen and learn from the experts. This is Money Matters at Atbp, hosted by Danny Urbino. Mapapakinggan sa PinoyRadio.com at mapapanood sa MCBN.tv. Money Matters at Atbp. Linggo, ganap na alas 3 ng hapon. Mga kababayan, narito na sila. Kaya't ating simulan na. This is Money Matters at Atbp.
Alright. Okay na tayo, Rai? Alright, good afternoon. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Money Matters at Atbp is back on air again. And welcome to another exciting episode of our program here on PinoyRadio.com. We're also live on Facebook, Twitter, Daily Motion, and of course on MCBN TV. And this is your host, Danny Almadal Urbelo. Welcomes everyone to the birthday episode of our producer, Agnes Miranda. Ibabatiin ko na ngayon. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday sa lahat yung may birthday. Happy birthday, Sarah Felipe.
Oh, Sarah's birthday today as well? Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, Jen.
Uh-huh.
Sa lahat ng ka-birthday
Okay.
ko.
All right, today is October 8, 2017, and today is the nth birthday of yours, Tita? Nth birthday?
27th.
Okay. Good.
Plus tax daw.
Matanda lang kayo sa akin na isang paligo. Alright? Exciting ang araw na to because aside from the birthday celebration of Tita Agnes Miranda, we also have a very special guest in the studio today. Not just to celebrate with Tita Agnes here and later on, but also to share with us his extraordinary success story. His evolution from his humble beginnings in Iloilo to the Big Apple, New York City, is all documented in his documentary film which he had written, produced, and directed. Life is what you make it. Meron ba tayo dyan? Okay. So Money Matters at Atbp is proud to say that we will devoting our 1 hour time today, okay, to know his beginning, his struggles, his success and recognition, and now his mission. Money Matters at Atbp will find out his entrepreneurial side as well, and how to be like Jet Tolentino right here, right now, here on PinoyRadio.com. And ladies and gentlemen, a Filipino who has brought so much pride to Iloilo and the entire Philippines, a theater producer based in New York City who is also known for being the second Philippine-born to win a Tony Award. He has won 3 Tony Awards since his Broadway debut in March 2013. Is that right, Jet?
Yes.
And has received his first Grammy in Feb this year. Okay. The owner of Jet Tolentino Productions, ladies and gentlemen, our friend Jet Tolentino himself.
Hi, kamusta
Alright.
mga kababayan?
Okay, how was your morning?
Oh, I'm stuffed.
You're stuffed.
Yeah. If not for Tita Agnes, oh God, it's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food. That's what you get when you go with Tita Agnes all the time.
That's true.
She loves food. Okay, I heard this is your first time. The fourth times that you've been in
maybe
Toronto,
third
right?
or fourth.
Third or
I'm
fourth,
not-
okay. And all of us here are so delighted to have you in the show. And welcome back to Toronto.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Okay.
It's only a skip and a hop from New York. So.
All right, I know, eh? Okay. And sasamahan po tayo ng ating mga excited na kaibigan dito, sila Monet and Marie Silverio. Very excited sila because these two, by the way, Jet, are also theater aficionados.
Nice.
Yeah.
My kind of people.
That's why I told
Yeah.
Tita Agnes, I better make sure that we have to meet you.
That's why I brought them on the show to talk to you because I know that they are fanatics as well as, just like ourselves, right? When it comes to performing arts.
Yes.
And also, Ryan Pepper is here with us today to help us with our tech side. Ryan, bati ka naman kay Jet.
Hi, Jet. Happy Thanksgiving nga pala sa inyo lahat.
Oh, that's right.
yes.
That's right. Bago natin makalimutan, Thanksgiving.
Happy birthday kay Tita, syempre. Super happy birthday.
I love his hat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank
Is
you.
that a lace?
Yeah. Shoelace. Yeah.
A shoelace,
I have an
right?
extra, that's why I put it here.
And it's color green. You match up with Tita Agnes. But anyway, of course, the person who made it possible for Money Matters and for everyone else here in this program, walang iba po ang ating birthday girl, si Tita Agnes Miranda. Bati kayo, Tita. Batiin niyo sarili niyo muna.
Ang tagal ko nang binati.
Oo nga eh.
It's
Last
a birthday
episode.
every day. And Danny,
Uh-huh.
for the first time,
Okay.
I go to Max every day, right?
Yeah.
Almost every day.
Uh-huh.
And we always see people singing happy birthday. Kung ano pa pala, alam mo, nasa dream wish ko yun.
Nasa bucket
may,
list
may
na?
kakanta ang mga staff ng Max sa akin ng happy birthday.
Oh.
So did it happen?
So it happened kasi ngayong araw na ito, nagulat pa ako. I know they are going to sing, pero
Okay.
nung nakaupo ko, biglang dumami.
Ganun
So it was
ba?
good.
Oh, we missed that
Yeah,
one.
yes, yeah.
Was there
Yeah.
ever a video taken? Recorded?
I think some of them took.
Yes,
I
yes,
took,
Michelle.
I took photos.
Yes.
I gotta get it.
Photos. It was good. It was fun.
I gotta get it so I can show it later sa party.
That's true.
Masaya. No, it's
Diba?
a good way to start the morning.
I know.
Yes.
So, anong plano nyo sa birthday nyo?
Anong plano ko sa birthday ko?
Aside from the big plan.
Baliktad
Yes.
eh. Dapat tayo nagpaplano, di ba? Di ba last time, yung sinabi niya birthday niya.
Here's what I usually do is that I announce to them that I am going away so that I would know what their plans are. 2 years ago, they were forced to tell me that there is the surprise party.
Yeah.
So para hindi ako umalis, so they have to tell me.
Well, somebody called me a couple of days ago saying that, you know what, Danny, what time do we need to go sa opisina? Alam ba ni Tita Agnes may darating na mga ganyan? So, she knows. Don't worry about it, she knows. Anyway, but first of all, let me congratulate you for the award yesterday. Tell us about it.
Oh, the Canadian Awards recognition is. I like the idea to the fact that sometimes you get an award and it's just more of it's only a few. This one, what they did was more of if you did a lot of volunteer work in the community, somebody nominated you. So it does not mean small or big, it becomes big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
So it's in the morning, and there's about I think 300. It's
300
not only
people,
for
right,
the
yeah.
Filipinos
Yeah,
community, but also diversity.
Yeah, okay.
So it was more of some people ask, "Oh, why do I receive this award?" But they did not realize somebody appreciated it, what they have done for the community,
Right.
small or big.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. But anyway, out of 300 people that you were invited yesterday, was there anybody else confirmed for your birthday tonight?
I was telling them, not really, but I did not give them the address, so nobody had texted me. I know there were 3 that was
Okay.
interested in the business, so.
I could see the looks from, muna 300 people. Tita is inviting them all, but anyway.
We have 14 offices.
yes,
we have 14 offices in the office, so they
I
can.
believe tonight it will surpass that. It will be more than 300
Okay.
attendees.
So, ready ka na bang ipasara ang Steeles Avenue?
Kayang-kaya yan.
No, one of the reasons also is I want them to see
Okay.
the screening of Jets.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
yeah, Jets Life is What You Make It.
Yeah,
It's very
it's the
inspirational.
Toronto premiere.
It's a Toronto premiere.
Yeah.
Pag-usapan natin yung maya-maya.
Yes.
I've been watching it over and over again because there is something that really hit me though.
Yeah.
Pag-usapan natin mamaya. But anyway, I would like to congratulate though the Markham Federation of Filipino Canadians for bringing in the Taste of Broadway remastered at the Flayton Markham Theater last night. We were able to catch up on the second act, but it was like watching a full show anyway, right? And congratulations to the producer and the lead, Karen Tan. Wow. Excellent job, Karen. And the entire cast of this production, and for those who have not watched it yet, Monette and Marie, there's still another performance scheduled for tonight. I don't know if you can still catch it.
We're going to be at the party.
Yeah, we're going to be at a party anyway. So, nice to see Michelangelo Masangka as one of the main performers of the show. And Tita Agnes, for you, it was like a big reunion, right?
Yes,
Old
it
friends and
is.
all,
It
yeah.
was really a big reunion because I've met and see two people who were here 25 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was the children and grandchildren who are performing.
I know,
So
yeah.
it was a good one.
That was
Yeah.
really good. But anyway, I want to say congratulations to the recently concluded Toronto Men's and Women's Fashion Week as well, right? Yung
Yeah,
kay,
Jeff was with
Jeff
us.
Cruz,
They met
Yeah.
Jet.
You missed
Jeff
that. You
and
missed that,
Jet.
Jet. Ano? You missed that. But anyway,
Yeah.
amazing event, and we salute you, Jeff Rustia. Nakaka-proud maging Pinoy sa mga araw na to.
That's true. Yes.
Hindi ba, Marie?
So much accomplishment.
Ay, yes, so much
Do you know, Danny, I
accomplishment.
was
Uh-huh.
in the same room with two gentlemen who has, both interest on arts and different field. One is fashion and one is Broadway.
Yeah, performing
And to be
arts, yeah.
together, we're in their standards of excellence.
Wow.
Put the Filipino, yung Pinoy
Yeah.
pride na,
Yeah, nakaka-proud, yes.
sa Canadian
Yes.
streams, sa
Yeah.
Americans, sa North America,
Yeah.
and to the whole world.
That's why we want to see
Yes.
more of Jet here in Canada. though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right.
As long as the invitation keeps coming.
I think it will.
Leave it to her.
Now that
Okay.
you have the theater aficionados here,
Yeah.
I think it will.
Yeah, it will happen. And of course, the celebration of WFG Canada being 20 years in the business is palapit na po. Agnes Miranda's super team celebration is bringing in Arnel Pineda for a concert December 1st. And you guys can still get the tickets from us and, of course, Cecilia Raneta. And for the WFG Coded Associates, please avail of the early bird price of the ticket, which ends October 15.
October
Again.
15.
October 15 for $135. That includes the 2-day event plus the WFT 20-year celebration golf shirt. Ryan, you should register and get that shirt. And after October 15, the price will go up to $160. And please register online, and for details, check out posters and get hold of your SMDs for specifics. Okay,
Yes.
life is what you make it. Let us find out how Jed Tolentino has made his when Money Matters Atbp continues.
All right.
Marami pang makaulang usapan pagkalipas ng ilang patasas.
What does it take to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. It's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call Agnes Miranda today. Telephone number 416-702-9693. To secure your family's future, think of World Financial Group.
Narito na ang palatuntunang tutulong sa inyo para makapag-impok, gumawa ng pera, palaguin ang tanging yaman, at ingatan ang pinaghirapan. Financial freedom, yan ang aming ambag sa inyo every time you listen. So make it a habit every Sunday at 3 p.m. Habang kayo at ang inyong pamilya ay aming tinutulungan, nakakatulong rin kami sa ating pamayanan. We are here to promote WFG's advocacy on financial literacy. Mapapakinggan sa PinoyRadio.com at mapapanood sa MCBN.tv. Mga kaibigan, ito ang Money Matters at iba pa.
Mula bukang liwayway hanggang takip siling PinoyRadio.com. Inyong kapiling 24/7.
In entertaining the global Pinoy,
we go above and beyond.
On air everywhere. Listen in. Look at us. Now streaming live.
on the road and rising, reaching more Filipinos abroad.
Ito ang Radyo ng Pilipino.
Across the nation, around the world.
Pinoy Radio. This time, it is everything and more.
You are listening to PinoyRadio.com. I love Filipino music.
Muli natin balikan si Danny sa Money Matters at iba pa.
Okay, we are live back here on Money Matters at Atbp with Monette, Marie, Tita Agnes, Miranda, and our special guest for today is Jet Tolentino. I want to say hi to Toti and Ruby. Kumusta kayo dyan, okay? And for Tita Agnes fans and families who want to celebrate with her at 1600 Steeles Avenue, since today is her birthday, you will also have a chance to watch the documentary film Life is What You Make It. Written, directed, and produced by our very own Jet Tolentino. So, Jet, how did you come up with the idea of having that documentary, by the way?
Well, actually, it started last June when I met Jaime Bautista of Philippine Airlines. And when we were introduced by Conjen Mario De Leon, he said, I've heard about you. We have to do something together. And I thought, okay, that's nice. I thought something nice to say to someone. And then come the next month, I got an invitation from Gusi Peace Prize, which is like the Nobel Peace Prize of Asia. They asked me to present the Gusi Peace Prize to the laureate from Finland. And I was like, oh, wow, that's major.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, wait, I haven't gone home for 13 years. And I said, okay, let me see what I can do.
That was your chance.
Yeah, I wanted to find out how the Filipinos would receive me since I've been away for so long. And of course, my hometown. So I emailed Mr. Bautista. I said, okay, I'm thinking of, documenting my return. I'll bring Americans with me to follow me and document it. Would Philippine Airlines sponsor our trip? And he said yes.
Oh,
and we're here.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but we went to total 9 countries where we filmed for 3 months. So
not only the Philippines,
not only the Philippines.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So countries, you mean just primarily in the Asian countries?
Yeah. Well, it started in the United States with Ellis Island, and then they went to Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Japan. I'm missing one. Or 2 actually. Macau, well, it's not a country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why in the other countries not entirely in the Philippines?
Well, as documentary, the synopsis is that I have 2 advocacies: education and the performing arts. So going to those countries, I wanted to find out how performing arts is doing in Asia.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And of course, I've heard about Broadway Asia.
Yes.
So I wanted to follow and go to the theatrical performances centers in Asia, and I filmed in parts of them, and then but at the final cut, at the end of 3 months, I had 72 hours of footages.
Okay.
And I was and I hired an American editor, and for the whole month of April, we were in this room, and we scrubbed through the 72 hours, and I marked the important scenes that I wanted to keep. And she was like, Jet, this is 4 hours and 20 minutes. You can't. This is not a short documentary. And I was like, oh my God. So I had to lean towards education.
I see.
Because it's more personal to me, because I wanted to pay it forward on the kids in Asia.
Yeah, so how long is the finished product now?
35 minutes.
Oh, 35 minutes.
Wow.
So you were
I know.
able to,
Yeah, all my nephews, nieces singing in the homecoming dinner, cut. A lot of cutting, and people were like, "Hey, you interviewed me in Asia. Where was I? You didn't make it to the."
But do you archive the uncut copy of the film?
I have all the G drive and stuff like that. But I'm making a shorter version.
Okay.
I have to make it clear that Life is What You Make It is my education campaign. I'm
I see.
opening up a foundation in the United States. I'm actually going through universities and corporations to fund the scholarship, and we will start in the Philippines first for high school and college students.
Wow, I got goosebumps.
Yeah, that's because I was educated through that. You'll see it in my film later.
Advocacy. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
amazing.
the caption in the YouTube teaser of this documentary says, "A triumphant story of a young boy who has been self-reliant since age 12. He fought to be educated." Oh, that's why, right? Yeah. Despite of growing up around adversities, he beat the odds and accomplished something remarkable in the world of performing arts. To me, that caption is willful, headstrong, and has a sense of direction and very inspirational as well. Is that the main objective of you opening up to the world?
Yeah. Again, I don't perform. Okay, not all Filipinos can be on stage. I perform in my head, but that's about it. There's already a lot of Filipinos on stage on Broadway, but what I'm
True.
trying to also explain to hopefuls to be on stage is that there are other sides of the performing arts. Especially on stage. For live theater, there's design, there's stage management, they could be playwrights, they could be dramaturg, they could be directors, you know, stage hands, very important. So, and me, it just dawned on me that there's nobody on the business side of Broadway.
Oh, nobody.
True.
Nobody.
So what you're saying is this cost that you're doing for the scholarship and education is geared towards performing arts, or anything, but you're focusing more in the performing arts area.
No, I'm doing both. Well, my scholarship is because I was my school was sponsored by Meigyoku Society of Sophia University in Japan.
In Japan.
So the scholarship that was granted to me was only limited in Iloilo. So I wanted to study tourism, to be a flight attendant, to go places for free, and I always wanted to ask coffee, tea, or me. So
We all have that dream.
Yes,
but there was no tourism. Tourism wasn't offered in Iloilo then.
It was not offered.
Yeah, so I had to stick to where most of my friends were enrolled in, which
is
accounting.
Yeah.
You know, it's an easy way, I guess, very convenient for me to do, and it's in Iloilo, and that was it.
Yeah.
And no regrets. I get it's because I'm dealing with a multi-million-dollar Broadway show, so it comes in handy.
Yes,
with
it's
the accounting
important
background. Again, life has its own way of patching things up.
Absolutely, I believe in that.
believe you. You know what, Tita Agnes, you have been in this world long enough. I'm sorry, but yes, it's your birthday.
Danny, you don't have to say sick. And that's what you call wisdom, right?
Yeah, wisdom. To recognize a talent and an inspiration. And you made mention, when you made mention to me of Jet Tolentino coming over to Toronto, I saw the same sparkle in enthusiasm and vivacity as you speak of Arnel Pineda. Believe me, Jet, we're all fans of yours now.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, I'm good friends with Arnel too.
Okay. So what have you seen in Jet, Tita Agnes?
See, here's the thing. You know, we love Broadways, right? We adore people on stage. Yes. But at the same time, to get the highest award in performance, like the Tony Award, that's not just an ordinary award. You have to be somebody of excellence and have with all the competition that you have, and you are nominated 6 times, then you are, you won the 3 Tony Awards and recently Grammy.
The Grammys, yeah.
And I said, and I got a phone call, from, and I just said yes immediately. It is because it's Pinoy pride.
Yeah.
I've been here since 1966, and I saw the struggle of really putting up the Filipinos in a standard to the mainstream. And this is the time now that we can have, not necessarily from Canada, but somebody from the Philippines, who will be, will put our standard as a Filipino Canadian coming from New York, and here he is.
Yeah.
So it's a Pinoy pride.
Yes.
That's right.
So that is more of really in Filipino pa, nakakataba ng puso. In Filipino, yung bang pinagmamalaki mo ng gusto. Just so proud.
Nakakaangat ng atas. But anyway, something is missing here. Something is missing.
Yeah.
Because I saw your interview with Tenny and Rose in Montreal.
Yes.
Yeah, and also I saw your interview with Lisa Makoha.
Oh yeah.
Where's the trophy?
In the car. You'll see them tonight.
I want to touch it. I want to hold it too.
Yes, because
the Tony or the Grammy?
Yes, the Tony. Because it's like, like myself, I only thought that Lea Salonga was the only Filipino that won a Tony Award. I mean, because the hype was there. We didn't even know that there's a Jet Tolentino too.
Yes.
That is, on the back, the other side of Broadway, that has also achieved the same kind of award. And it was
status,
yes, exactly.
Yeah, there's actually 3 of us from the Philippine-borns. There's Clint Ramos also, who designed the costume of Lupita Nyong'o.
See?
In Eclipse.
Wow.
So, yeah, he won the Tony
See?
2 years after me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 3 of us now.
Right.
Born in
Okay.
the Philippines.
Wonderful.
Marie, were you able to watch the teaser though? Did you get a
No,
chance to watch
I
it?
haven't had a
Oh.
chance to watch it.
But anyway, you watched it.
It's on
lyrics and
YouTube.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on YouTube. So one thing that lured me to it though, while watching the teasers, watching it over and over again, is the music. The official soundtrack song for Life Is What You Make It, and not just the sound of it, but lyrically it echoes the sentiment and spreads the meaning out in a way that can be relevant to all of us. Have you heard the music, Tita?
Yes. 10 times.
Were you part of that writing process though of the song by Dennis C? Right?
Yeah.
Just happen, or you just happen to know he just happened to know the story of yours, and he came up with.
Well,
lyrics.
Dennis C is
He's also from New York, right?
Yeah.
He's a
actually-
Grammy Award winner too.
He's a banker. Actually, he's a banker by trade. He works for Deutsche Bank.
Okay. Yes.
And we're both Grammy voters. We haven't met personally. And last February was supposed to be the first time we'd meet because the album that he executively produced was nominated also, and they won for that album. And but we, for some reason, we didn't see each other at the Grammys because there's 28,000 people, not too many, even at the party. And then somebody from the Philippines, I approached this guy to donate the score because it's my film is a low budget film. And so he agreed, but about March, and he hasn't done it yet because his wife gave birth. It is the first baby. You can't bother him. So I was like, oh my god. And then I got a call from Dennis. He was like, Jed, I just saw a write-up about you and you're doing your film. Is somebody doing the score? I was like, oh, see? Life just works itself.
Exactly.
So he said, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And he said, okay, tell me more. So I told him about the story, the plot, and I said, okay, whatever you do with this theme song, just finish it with "Life gives you what you give out." So a couple of hours when we spoke on the phone, he sent me the first 2 verses, and then about on the 4th hour he called me and he sang a cappella all the way to the chorus, and I said, I think I should get a Broadway star for this. I was like, no, it's rough. It's not. I said, of course, but I was like, if I have to get someone from Broadway, I have to do the equity and all the licensing. I said, okay, all right. Just try to record this first and we'll talk. Because I wasn't sold out with his vocal. And that's it. So total 8 hours he wrote the song. And of course, he ended up with Life Gives You What You Give Out.
That's right. And if you listen to it, Ryan, it's beautifully crafted narrative, and it's catchy with catchy music, right?
Yeah, that's why again we didn't have any plans in doing about the song until we won the silver medal at the Global Music Awards in San Diego. And before I left for Europe, I went to Nashville because it was nominated for Song of the Year.
Oh,
really?
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I know. It was my first time in Nashville. I was like,
so
red
impressive.
state. Uh-oh. Yeah. And
Wait,
then
is that the reason why you asked me about yesterday? We were driving back to down to the hotel, right? Oh,
Yeah.
you love country music?
Exactly, because
I
I was
remember.
just in Nashville.
That's right.
And then
yeah, I
in
remember.
November 16, I'll be in Los Angeles because the theme song is
Yeah.
nominated for Best Content Social
Yeah.
Impact at the Hollywood Music Media Awards.
Oh.
Wonderful.
November 16.
Well, let's go.
We keep representing.
Yes.
Let's
It's
go. Let's go
wow.
Nashville. Wow.
It's my hometown,
Yeah. It's
Wow,
kind of
really?
catchy,
Hollywood.
And do you know
crossover.
her sister?
Yeah, my sister, Kitty Markham, works for Sony Pictures.
Okay, this is what I love doing the community,
Yes.
Filipino community, because my network keeps getting
expanding.
expanding.
Growing.
It's growing.
Yeah. So
Well,
LA.
exactly, and they're in. My whole family's in Hawaii right now. They're vacationing at Koalina, so Mom and the
If you're
rest.
listening,
Yes,
yeah.
hello there. I hope you're having fun. I am the only one that's left here. My whole family is in Honolulu right now, enjoying the nice Hawaiian weather.
Yeah. But anyway, before I came here, though, I was trying to search on the lyrics of the song, but I couldn't find it. I came up with the Hannah Montana's or Miley Cyrus version of "Life Is What You Make It."
What?
Yeah, there is a song.
Oh, yeah. There's quite a few songs
Yeah.
that's entitled "Life Is What You
Yeah.
Make It." But totally different.
Yeah. So I couldn't find the lyrics, but anyway, maybe
I'll send it to you.
Okay, good. All right. So not that you have affiliations or disaffiliations, music credits, theater credits, notable awards and nominations, and special citations, right? And the current big project, a big project coming up with the documentary film. What is the next step after the documentary?
By the way,
to come up?
Since we didn't have any plans for the album, so I decided to record an album for the theme song, which is now available on Amazon and iTunes. Yeah, they're there. It's a great Christmas present. You know, I think I'm not sure about the Canadian, but Canadian dollars, but it's about $6.99, something like that. So yeah, it's a good stocking stuffer.
Okay.
So Life is What You Make It is my education campaign for my foundation. So I'm making a shorter version. Actually, when I go back by the end of October, I will reshoot in New York.
Okay.
Because I'm making a shorter version of the documentary since I have 272 hours, right? It will be entitled Act 2.
Oh, there's Act 2, right?
Oh, no, sorry. Second Act.
Second Act, okay.
Which I will submit international film festivals next year. Of course, I'll hit the Toronto International Film Festival.
That would be good.
If they will accept it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But I'll submit because I want the story to be global, especially to the Western audience and to those whoever would advocate for education and performing arts.
Okay, wow.
That's true.
That's the
Let's go for it.
That's the next. That's my next
It's
year.
exciting. My gosh, I'm already.
You're already dreaming now, right?
Yes, it is really
Yes.
true.
Yes.
It is really, yes.
Yeah.
Because I remember growing up,
Yeah.
the first experience I had with theater was PETA. Because I have a friend of mine that she was doing it, I think, at Fort Santiago. And that was my first experience. And then, going towards, Ateneo Lasal, they had Dulaang Sibol. And then, so that's where I got exposed. And then coming to America and experiencing real Broadway.
Yeah.
It was like really a dream come true. And
Now you are beside.
Now you're beside the
Tony
film.
yes, it's the feeling is so surreal right now that I wish I could also see. Oh my gosh, the trophies itself.
Come tonight.
It's like,
Okay.
I will be there. I will be there.
Give him a hug.
Yes, I will right now. I'm touching.
Tita
I'm
Agnes,
touching
though.
it.
Tita Agnes, life is what you make it or what you make of it, right? As a result of progression of your choices from day one that you realize you have a dream, that you have a goal, right, Tita?
Yes.
Life is what you make it.
Life is what
you
make it.
of
It's
it.
all about
Yeah.
choices.
It's all about
But
choices.
if you had made a choice,
Okay.
you make sure that you act into it.
Yeah.
Because you cannot just keep dreaming and dreaming it and put into a nightmare. What Jet did was really,
Yes.
he has a goal.
That's true.
Life is what you make it, but
Yeah.
you got to make an action into it.
That's true.
Got
So
to
for
do
Jet,
something.
what inspires you to do more?
It altogether it comes home. It comes to home.
Yes.
I always think of my humble beginnings, because growing up, it's as the youngest of four, I saw my parents struggle. They struggled sending my siblings to school, and I will never forget those. When my dad would come home from driving jeepney, tired by the night, and my mom would stack the coins just to appropriate for the four kids. So I always go back to that.
Yeah.
And then I'd get these accolades, all the recognitions, and I don't let them get into my head, because I would tell myself those are the past.
Those
I've
are
done
the
my
past.
work.
Yeah, wow.
So they inspire me to go for the next big one.
Very inspirational. Now, poverty is not a death sentence. That's one of the interviews I watched. You mentioned that, right? Let us find out what's the story behind it.
Yep.
All right. When Money Matters, Atbp returns.
I'm starting.
Narito na ang palatuntunang tutulong sa inyo para makapag-impok, gumawa ng pera, palaguin ang tanging yaman, at ingatan ang pinaghirapan. Financial freedom, yan ang aming ambag sa inyo. Every time you listen, so make it a habit every Sunday at 3 p.m. Habang kayo at ang inyong pamilya ay aming tinutulungan, nakakatulong rin kami sa ating pamayanan. Mapapakinggan sa PinoyRadio.com at mapapanood sa MCBN.tv. Mga kaibigan, ito ang Money Matters at iba pa.
What does it take to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. It's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call Agnes Miranda today. Telephone number 416-702-9693. To secure your family's future, think of World Financial Group.
Stand the test of time from a sight, a sound, or scene. There's a love that's felt right in your heart where the magic all begins. Anywhere you go when the music plays, you smile and it's okay. From the radio, our song is played, the love that's shared today. Pinoy Radio. These are the moments of our lives. Pinoy Radio, keeping our memories so alive. When I need a friend, I hold in hand. You're right there by my side. All the memories come back again to warm the heart today.
PinoyRadio.com. I love Filipino music.
Muna balikan si Danny sa Money Matters at iba pa.
Alright, nagbabalik po ang Money Matters at iba pa on our special episode with Jet Tolentino. Quickly though, invitation to our friends and family to free financial education workshop every Thursday at 1 to 5 or 3:30 p.m. On Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is still open. Everyone is welcome to join us at 1600 Steeles Avenue Financial Education Center. There is an online registration for those who are interested, or so you can just walk in. Tito and Ruby, if you you are most welcome to join our financial education workshop. Okay, there's a scheduled training and become educated on how to build a strong financial foundation. Remember though that everything boils down to proper financial planning. So come and join us. It's for free and there's free food as well. Right, Monette?
Absolutely.
These workshops are happening in the entire WSB community in the entire country of Canada and the US. So check the closest offices that you can go to, or you can call us. 647-522-9693 is my number for more details. And when Tita Agnes asked me last night as to what I will give her for her birthday, you know what I said? Guess.
It was so hard.
A brand new car.
You guess.
No, a new driver.
Those are all really good ideas, but I don't know.
You know what I said?
Hint.
The Blue Book.
Oh, teka muna, tayo nakikinabang kay Tita.
Blue Book is the Saving Your Future
Keep
book.
saving your future.
Now,
Anyway, it was a good joke.
Yes.
No, I'm not taking it as a joke.
Oh,
there you go.
But I want 3 boxes of Blue Book.
3 boxes.
I
How much
think
a box?
we need to negotiate that with Tita Ella.
Munette, how much is a box? 280?
No, it's 370, I believe.
370 now?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
I think what I'm going to do is order it from the US,
Okay.
and then every time that I go back and visit my folks, I will just grab like maybe a couple, a dozen of it.
Okay.
It's not bad, $3.70.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
It's not bad. It's, well, 370. Well, if Tita Agnes gets it, you guys can also avail of it. Just call us or message us. Who knows, in the future,
Yes.
you'll be another Agnes Miranda or Jet Tolentino.
Wait, I better
Yeah.
bring my blue book and have Jet sign it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Monette had a question a while ago before the end of this segment.
Marie.
Oh, it's Marie.
Now it's
Sorry.
Marie's.
Monette and Marie.
Yes.
Okay.
I was wondering, do you think that there's a possibility of doing a live Broadway production of Your Life Is What You Make It? Is that something?
That's sad. Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible, but actually, I'm in discussion with a production company to do a motion picture.
Wow.
Yeah, because one of my screenings in New York, apparently, one of them is well connected to Hollywood.
Mhm.
So we're in negotiation now in buying rights to my story.
Who's gonna play you?
There's a negotiation to one very particular superstar. I can't name the name yet because I'll tell you off the record later.
Exciting.
But yeah, so and I'm pushing for the Philippine filming. For
That would be great.
Because unfortunately, I was there last month. I was lobbying for tax breaks because China is number one in providing incentives to Hollywood production companies to film there. They provide like 12% refund on the total production cost tax-free. Then next is Singapore, and then next is Malaysia. So Philippines is not near even top 10 incentives. That's why the last film that filmed there was Born Identity, something like that.
Born
Yeah,
Identity with
one of those
Matt
franchise.
Damon?
Yeah.
Wow.
And none of the Hollywood film came
was
back
it
because
Jeremy?
there's no incentive.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner.
So, but in Iloilo, I've already spoke with the council, so they won't charge me any tax.
That would be great.
I want it to be as authentic as possible. I want it to be in Kalumpang, where I grew up, with all our neighborhood.
Yes.
Let's
Stuff
play
like
extras.
Go back, yes.
Yeah, you
Go
have to
back to
sign a
your
waiver
roots.
and a release form.
Do you think you're gonna be moving into film now? Like more than
Yeah, it's
Broadway?
actually the process is exciting to me. Just like I'm done with Life Is What You Make It, and now I'm doing the second act, and actually the motion picture. We have the title as of now is Spare Change.
Spare change.
Because that's how I was educated. So Spare Change. I like the process. So all my projects that I've produced before, like the plays, I want to do TV films for HBO and Lifetime.
Yeah.
So that's why, and especially I've worked with Oscar winners and stuff like that. So I'm gonna tap that connection, and somehow do film as well. Why not?
Okay. Wow, why not?
Yes.
Right?
That's great.
No, Jet, when you said that poverty is not a death sentence in one of your interviews, is that a word of wisdom a general thought, or is that with all sincerity based on your personal life experience?
Well, sincerely, as per my experience, because when I was 12, when I graduated elementary school, my parents told me, as the youngest, "Oh, you have to wait for your ate and kuya to finish, so they can send you to school." And I was like, "Wait, I'm smart. Why do I have to wait for them?" Right? And growing up around drugs and prostitution in our neighborhood, and I knew that I was fearful of my future. So that's it. I went around, looked for scholarship, and I found the Meguco Society.
Oh, I see.
That they commissioned one parish in Iloilo.
Yeah.
And I applied, and
Yeah.
that was it. And they only that scholarship only provided for high school.
Okay.
So when I graduated in high school, there was just no means for me to go to college because my sister accepted her diploma in BS education. She was already pregnant. So they gotta take care of their own. So so I pleaded with the Miguco Society to send me to college.
How did you find them though?
At the parish.
At the parish?
Yeah, it's in my film.
Okay.
Yes, it's in my
I
film.
can't wait to watch it.
Don't spoil it now.
Yeah. But looking at your education credentials on Wikipedia, and I say that word Wikipedia.com because only those who are notably famous and has made a relevant contribution to the history of mankind can make it there.
Is that right?
Yeah. I searched for myself, I couldn't find anything.
Nobody's written about you yet.
I searched for Jet Tolentino, right away it came up with something.
Yes, that's what we did too.
Yeah.
Did you try that, Manette?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an
I'm speechless. I'm
accomplishment in
telling you.
itself.
Yes, it's very surreal right now.
Oh, okay.
So when you were young, you seemed to be very focused on education, right? And you had a scholarship grant from this Japanese organization, and then you had an accountancy degree, And when you moved to New York, you had a certificate in nursing assistance.
Yes.
From the American Medical Career Training Center in Jamaica, New York.
Yes.
With all these, and at one point in your life, you were also involved in financial services industry.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever thought that you will become famous in the performing arts industry instead?
No.
Yeah?
Not at all. Again, the closest performing arts that I looking back was just the folk dances that I joined back in school. In high school, we had this dulaan, which is like I won the best actor there, and I won 20 pesos. That was already big back in the early 90s as a student. So that was my only attachment to performing arts, but I never studied film, theater, producing. It's all self-taught.
Self-taught. May pag-asa pa tayo, Monet.
That's
So
it.
what drew you to that? Like, how did you?
I moved to New York in 2004, and
same time I moved to New York.
I realized that in order to be a real New Yorker, you have to go to the theater.
Exactly.
Right?
True.
Yeah, so you
Expensive
got
habit, no?
exactly.
That's part of
Right.
life there. Yeah.
Right. So, and I found it. It's like my sanity. You know, I go in. You know, I surrender all. No friends, no family in New York. So I'd go in, lights out. I get entertained. I laugh. I cry. And I'm consumed by the theater. And I always find this interesting that in every character that's on the play, it's either I could relate myself or someone that I know, and I would have this aha moment. I could have dealt that situation that way, you know. And the accountant in me, I would count every cast there is. I would look at the costume, the wig, the makeup, the shoes, the source of light. Yeah, exactly. And I would put budget in my head, and I did that until after over 1,000 shows later, I became jaded. And then
and that's how you got into blogging.
Yes,
because that is
campaigned.
the
I advocated
outlet
for the paying public that we only deserve the best and you know the worthy shows of our time.
Okay.
Because I said, if you want to bother me with 2 hours of my time, it better be worth it.
And the cost.
You gotta
and the
take
cost
it.
of the ticket.
Yeah, I was living in Jersey then. I would take the bus to go in.
Same here. I used to live in Middlesex County.
Sussex. All the way up the
All
mountain.
the way up. My
exactly.
gosh.
Take the bus. Go. It's like a 6-hour event.
Yes.
For me,
Major
after
life
work.
event.
Yeah, my train was only an hour.
Exactly. I was
Yes.
like, and then I hate it when I come home and just, what did I just do? I just wasted my time
What a
and
waste
money.
of money.
Yeah, and then along the way, I've met this regular theater goers that we would go out to dinner or to a bar, and we discuss, we brainstorm of a certain
my
show that
gosh.
then that's it.
So you had a theater
and they were
goer
like,
club.
okay, you nailed it again. Why don't you just put it in writing?
There you go.
Right? So it was
So
very
that's
opinionated.
how
That
it
was
started.
that's
So
how
you
it started.
started your blog there.
Yes, life.
Wonderful.
It's all about the theater by Jet Tolentino. That's
It's all about the theater. Yeah.
So were you featured one time at Time Out magazine? Because
No,
I
no, no, no,
remember
no. Time Out wasn't
Yes.
there before.
Really?
No. I was ahead of Time Out.
Because every time I wanted to go see, you know, an off-Broadway or Broadway, I would always, you know, look at Time Out and to see, you know, are there any available tickets? Or
Just message me. Yeah.
That's good to
So when you
know.
started blogging,
Just
though,
ask me about Hamilton. You're on your own.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Yes.
so when you started blogging, have you ever thought that you're gonna be famous out of blogs? No.
No,
It's
that's
a
the thing.
really a
I
stroke
was.
of luck, hey?
That's why they call me merciless. Because
that.
I was
Yeah.
so honest, and again, I wrote it for the. I was for the paying public. I advocated for them that it's like going to the theater, eating, and then coming home. It's a lot. So I put our self-worth so high.
So
that we
I
only
guess
deserve.
in such a in a way too, it's your outlet because you know.
Yeah, your outlet,
Yes,
out of
exactly.
frustrations and all.
Yeah,
right?
I don't go. I never went to the gym. Not that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I mean, not into that scene, not into the gay scenes, not into the pride parades or Fireland. No, I just leave in the theater. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
So how many enemies did you make?
I didn't realize that until.
Is it quite a few or a lot?
Oh my God. So, of course, a year later, since I started blogging, and I started getting invitations from Broadway people.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They invite me to presentations, workshops, readings, even up to opening nights. I was like, wait, what just happened? You know, and then I'd go, of course, jolly, and then I would have forgotten all about what I've written, and there were some people, a few of them would come up to me and verbatimly recited what I've written about you in my face.
Oh, wow. Was there ever a time that you retracted a negative blog?
No.
No?
I don't do that. I don't do regrets. It's a waste of time.
I see, yeah.
No. I stick to it. Again, it's a personal opinion anyway.
That's true.
Yeah, why backtrack?
But did you ever change your mind about something?
No.
After writing, you were like, try to, why
no,
did I
No.
question yourself?
Again, it's an individual opinion. Let's just like look at the write-ups on Wicked. Every reputable critic vomited over it. Wicked
I like
is
Wicked.
Exactly. It's a $2 billion industry empire. So
it made it big.
At the end of the day, who wins?
That's true.
Right. So it doesn't matter. It
That's
doesn't
true.
matter what critics say. It's the people. It's a personal take.
Right.
But as for guidance as to what you prefer, that's where the critics come in.
Yeah, okay. Now that you're a producer yourself, how do you empathize on bloggers about your own show? Do you understand where they're coming from? True to what they say that you cannot please everybody.
Honestly, I don't read them.
Oh,
even with the reviews of other critic or whatever, because I want my own individual opinion. I don't want to, because it'll be in the back of my head.
Right,
This person said that about this show. So I don't read the playbill before it starts because I challenge myself. I would challenge myself to guess who designed it for lights, for even for costume, who directed it, where the show is from, based on the language and the accent. So it's my personal challenge. So
see.
it's
That's good.
Yeah, it's just
fresh
me.
eyes, fresh
Exactly.
mind.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, all these affiliations, music credits, theater credits, awards, and recognition, and a lot more with Jet Tolentino when we come back here on Money Matters Atbp, Ryan.
Okay.
We're extending.
I have one question. Okay.
We need 2 hours.
What does it
We need
take
2 hours.
to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. It's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call Agnes Miranda today. Telephone number 416-702-9693. To secure your family's future, think of World Financial Group.
In the spirit of the celebration of Canada's 150th birthday, Media Concept Broadcasting Network Incorporated, PinoyRadio.com, Crosswave Radio, and MCBN TV showers you with limited edition souvenirs. Your station is giving away 150 items free. Cool shirts from PinoyRadio.com and Crosswave Radio and MCBN TV mugs. From July 1st until December 31st. Simply tune in to our programs in any of our MCBN stations. When and how? Kinig na kabayan. PinoyRadio.com, Crosswave Radio, and MCBN TV. Tutok na, nood na. All these for you. Our way of saying happy 150th Canada at sa mga tumatangkilik ng MCBN stations. Thank you, our dear listeners and viewers. Muli natin balikan si Danny sa Money Matters at iba pa.
All right, welcome back. Live here on Money Matters at Atbp. And again, there will be a showing of Jet Tolentino's Life is What You Make It later on today at 1600 Stills Avenue, coinciding with Tita Agnes Miranda's birthday celebration. Ano kaya nangyari noong 1600 ngayon, ano?
It's still in the works.
It's in the works. Anyway, do you want to promote your Tita Agnes, the Kalayaan event tomorrow or on Tuesday? Sorry.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, okay.
Yeah, of course.
So,
Yeah. Hello mga kababayan. Iboto nyo ako.
Panalo na kayo.
Anyhow, this is an exciting weekend for us. We had the opportunity to have the valuable time of Jet Tolentino, and on Tuesday, October 10, we will have another screening for the Life is What You Make It at
Okay.
the Kalayaan Community Center at Orbital Road,
Mhm.
and it will be at 6:30 p.m.
6:30
Yes.
p.m.
Yes, and it's a free event. Pumunta kayo, you will not regret it. Magdalhin nyo ang mga kabataan, mga mga over 60, mga over 70. Hindi. Lahat, it's for everybody.
Magdadala ba kami ng pagkain doon?
Oo.
Kami?
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
you know.
Yeah,
will be fun.
I
It will
also
be
wanna
fun.
I also
Uh-huh.
wanna mention
Yeah.
that the Philippine Consulate is also sponsoring
Oh,
a
wow.
screening on Thursday, October 12th.
Where?
Okay.
At the Philippine Consulate.
Oh, the Philippine Consulate.
And that one is
Okay.
by invitation only because of the place.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sada will be on Eglinton.
Yes. And Kalayaan, malaki ang lugar.
Okay, that's
And then,
you know,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, you had a question you said to check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the things that just on our conversation, I could see your love for the Philippines. I could see the passion. Now, going forward, what is your vision? Have you ever thought of having an all-star cast besides these Lies and Love? Another an all-star cast Filipino production. Because there's so many talented Filipinos, but at the same time,
Yes.
the ever-growing community who are interested in Broadway. I think that would be great if you can.
Yeah.
You will produce that. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
thinking.
it's always on
Yeah.
my mind because
Yeah.
again, Filipinos start performing already from the womb. Diba?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Yes.
Yeah. But the challenge there is always selling the Filipino story.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the Great White Way, they're very sensitive about that. It has to be a general story and something that has meaning, perhaps. And because as a commercial producer, we always look out for that's what's financially viable as well.
Yes.
At the end of the
Yes.
day, it's also money.
Mhm.
A regular play
There you
minimum is about $3 to $4 million. That's just a straight play.
Wow.
When musical, it could be between $8 to $80 million.
Oh my.
So the question on who's gonna fund it. That's,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
But that's why I'm going everywhere, trying to educate the Filipino entrepreneurs that there's a viable business on Broadway
Oh.
that we should also start taking part of. Because like with Kinky Boots, it's a Korean money,
Yeah.
things like that, and every small nationalities are
Right,
active
right,
on
right.
Broadway.
Uh-huh.
So again, I've never gone to the Filipinos before in funding any of my. I've been to about over 30 shows
Yeah.
that I've been a part of, and I've never had a Filipino investor there. So with the Here Lies Love, which is the story of Imelda Marcos from age 16, dirt poor in Tacloban, to her last day in Malacanang. It's a disco musical that I've done off Broadway for 2 years, and then we went to London for 6 months, and then we did 85 performances in Seattle. And so the big hope is to move it to Broadway, which actually we're pretty close. There's just one show ahead of us, so we're lined up for 2019.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that all Filipinos across the North America, and those who have people who can come here from Europe or Asia, that by 2019 we have to support this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because 98% of our cast is Filipino.
Oh, 98.
So I mean,
That's
with
good.
additions, I want our Filipinos to be able to be a part of it. We're planning for the 2-3 year casting already. So it doesn't matter if you have a thick accent or your nose is that way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you're in. If your height is that way, you're in.
Yeah.
Oh, pwede na tayo doon.
Audition.
Yes. Can
Yeah.
I audition?
Unfortunately, that we have age limit. No, not age limit. Sorry, no, I have to strike that. No age limit. But there are characters
The
that
characters.
we want to portray. We have our actors have been anywhere between 16 to
60?
45, something like that. But well, depends. It
I'm in.
yeah, it depends on the character that the actor would like to audition for. But that's the hope that once we open it on Broadway, and then I'll open the international franchise, the license for it, and I'm trying to hold up for Asia because I want it to be mine. I've made it clear to my partners about that, and so that's the big hope. So whoever has an interest in knowing about the Broadway business, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter.
All right.
I'm there.
Now, Tita, since you're an advocate of performing arts anyway, if Jet decides to put up a show here in Canada, are you willing to?
Oh, I'm willing to be a part of it.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Not sponsor?
It's a sponsorship.
No.
That's the part.
No. We don't do sponsorship on Broadway.
Okay.
We don't.
Yeah,
it's
investing.
Investment. There's
Okay.
a return on investment. We don't do sponsorship because it's regulated by the SEC. So all investors have to be checked. It doesn't mean that when you write a check, you're in. No, you have to be checked first. You have. The government has to make sure that you don't have a money laundering history or any criminal thing.
So the details in
yes.
It's really
It's
a
business.
business.
It's not.
It's not just like a.
It's not philanthropy.
And you also have to deal with the unions, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like in California, like in the U.S., there's Screen Actors Guild. They're very tough.
Yeah. That's why for Broadway shows, the casting directors, they have to prioritize the equity members, the union members, because that's one of the benefits.
Yes.
So for those Filipinos who are not equity, I suggest you start building your resume. Take that ensemble or lead role in a community theater, to the regional. That's how it's done. Not everyone is Lea Salonga. I don't think there will ever be another Lea Salonga.
I agree.
Yeah, so you have to pay your due.
Okay.
And that's by starting in community theaters, take a role, and then just keep on doing it on your side activity.
Yeah, right.
And
So let's start off with WFG. Okay. But anyway, Tita Agnes, you're looking at future cast of Canadian production.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
No, I'll just
Danny, you could be the DJ. I can see it. I just have to hear you sing.
Thank
though.
you. Okay.
And see you dance.
Dance is still questionable.
Oh, you haven't seen me dance.
Exactly. That's why I said it's still questionable, because I haven't seen you.
But anyway,
Yet.
it says in your Wikipedia resume that you are voting member of both the Recording Academy of the Grammys and the Broadway League, the Tony Awards, right? What exactly is the requirement for someone to qualify as a voting member to this prestigious body?
Well, on Broadway, there's about 27 million theater goers. So of that 27 million, only 850 are the voters. Yeah.
Wow.
So these voters are vetted by 3 big producers, and you have credentials. You've built yourself in the industry, in the community, in the theater community, and you've produced quite a few legitimate and successful shows. So first you're invited to be a member, and then it starts as an associate member, and then once you build your numbers and the criteria on which shows you produce, either play or musical, there's a quota on how much money you've brought in. So those are the basic. I'm the only Filipino voter at the Tonys. With the Grammys, it's totally different, because it's somewhat similar also, because that when it's building up points. So like with I started with Matilda as an associate producer for the album, and then I became executive producer for Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, the album, and then I've also done independent albums with Leslie Odom Jr., who won the lead actor for Hamilton. So I've produced his album as well, way before he was so famous. Those little things, and then more. So again, it's application, it's credits, and your credibility.
Wow.
So it's a mix of everything. And with Grammys, there's about 25,000 worldwide voters, and each voter is required to listen to the
Mhm.
albums that are
Yeah.
nominated. So there's 88 categories.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds glamorous,
It's a
but when
lot.
you listen
It's
to
a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
wow.
If you have, say, produced a show, are you still allowed to vote?
No.
No. If
No.
if one of the entries is one of your productions.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh no, wait. If my show is
Yes.
It's
nominated, of
nominated.
course.
Nominated. Yeah,
You
Of
can
course.
vote,
Yeah. Well, with Broadway, we could vote with all the 26 categories, but with the Grammys, out of the 88 categories, you're only allowed to vote 18. 18. But we have to listen to all the nominees and decide which 18 we should pick.
All the 88 of them.
That's why it sounds glamorous, but
Oh, wow.
that's why when
That's
the
a lot of
nominations are
work.
out, just like nobody can reach me because I shut everything. I have to listen to
Yes, that's true.
So you won the Grammys as an associate producer for Matilda musical?
No,
The
I
other
did. We did not win the Grammy for Matilda. Kinky Boots
The
won
Kinky
that
Boots.
year.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I was an associate producer for Matilda.
Yeah. So most of us just watch the Grammys, right? Do you watch
Yes.
the Grammys?
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Watch the Grammys this year.
So how did it go in your part receiving the actual trophy from the Grammys?
Oh,
though?
it's
Oh
on.
my,
I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
on YouTube. Oh no, if not, I have
Yeah.
my personal video. But somebody told me it's on YouTube
In
also.
front of
Some of, yeah,
yeah.
it's everything is on YouTube now. But yeah, we were the very first category that was called at the pre-tell
Uh-huh.
event. So everybody was expecting that Sarah Bareilles would win because she's like a darling of
Mhm.
of Grammys.
Yeah.
And then there was also Cyndi Lauper in the nomination, and there was
Yes.
Steve Martin, and then the very successful album of Fiddler on the Roof. So there were 5 of us nominated.
Wow.
So it was like split. And who
My
would have thought? It's
goodness.
25,000 voters. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I
you know.
know.
So
I
so we
want
just
the trophy.
every
I
year.
want to hold the trophy. Yeah. So you were a 3-time Tony Award recipient for the following: Best Revival of a Play, A Reason in the Sun, right? Best Musical, The Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. Best Play, Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, right? Aside from that, you were also nominated for several shows that you produced and won several awards from that as well. From Laurence Olivier, right? Drama Desk, Outer Critics Circle, Off-Broadway Alliance, and Lucille Lorton Award,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wow, how do you keep track of them? Because if you
it's a
see,
lot.
if you
well,
see the
that's why I
resume-
have to be thankful
Yeah.
for whoever did my wiki page, because there's like the nomination and the one.
Yeah,
There's like
and
two
the one
colors.
and the two
I was like,
colors.
this is so easy to remember. Yeah, so it's all
Yeah.
there. Whoever is curious.
But is there still a dream award that you are targeting?
Yes.
Yeah, they keep asking me that, but
Yeah.
to me, again, after my very first superstar that I've worked with was Ricky Martin in Evita. So I haven't dry cleaned the jacket that he hugged me when I was with. It's still hanging. In the closet. Yep. It's preserved.
All
and
right.
then having danced with
Uh-huh.
Hugh Jackman at the Tony Awards,
Oh, wow.
having met Oprah, worked with Color Purple on Broadway.
Yes.
Having met Barbara Streisand, 3 hours with her.
Oh
So
my
there's.
Did you
and-
ever sleep after that?
No, I just kept pitching myself. I was like, just like I remember my very first Tony Award that I attended in 2010. I was just a mere spectator, just
Yeah.
an audience member.
Uh-huh.
I bought $650 first mezzanine by myself, and I was like, how did this happen? And a boy from the squatters area of Iloilo, and here I am.
Yes.
Only to find out that 3 years later I'd be on the very same stage.
Because you never stop
Getting my
dreaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
it.
the
Just
thing.
stay focused, guys. No, the bad things and don't do them.
Well, let me ask you this though: Filipinos like the likes of Lea Salonga, Rachel Lango, and now you, right? In my opinion, there is nothing else really to prove that Filipinos can perform and do well in the performing arts. Do you honestly believe that Filipino talents are at par with the Broadway locals?
Yes.
Well, it's been tested and proven.
Yeah.
It's
in,
true.
in my opinion. But I've noticed because I've been to the Philippines 4 times last year.
Yeah,
And I'm going again in 2 weeks.
In 2
Next
weeks'
week.
time, next week.
It's my second
Yes.
trip. Yeah, I'm speaking for the Department of Trade and Industry. So I always go to local productions, to PETA, Rep,
Yes.
Atlantis, all the local productions. I would, I'm scouting for the talents that I could hone and probably invite to
That is
and stuff
good.
like that. So that's what I do. So what I've noticed is that the talent is there, but some of them, if not most of them, you can identify those who are seasoned, trained properly.
Right, uh-huh.
and then those who have not been to London or to New York for proper training. So it's very easy to identify. So the talent is there, but they
Training.
somewhat there's still a lot to be done in terms of discipline, technique.
Yes.
So that's where they're not at par.
There's not par.
Because
Okay.
again, they're limited over there.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
no
Yeah.
outlet. They can't just
Uh-huh.
come here every week
Uh-huh.
or every month
That's true.
to compare. So yeah, but the talent is there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what
Abundance,
you're doing
yeah.
now is with your scholarship, you're taking this raw talent and polishing it.
Yeah, if they choose performing arts, that's
Yes.
that's
Yeah, if
great.
they
And
do.
then you
But-
introduce them to the big one, which is Broadway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That is a good.
But
Yes.
it takes a village, as you
Takes
know.
Absolutely. Yes,
That's why
I agree.
hence
I
my
agree.
campaign for my film this campaign for the foundation that I'm setting up.
Okay.
See,
Well.
I just wanted
Okay,
to
go
finish
ahead.
this. See, one of the somebody asked me, says, what is it that I've got to come and see the, the screening, okay, of Jet Tolentino? What is it? So because I listened to your, to your, to what you have, okay, and I said, a campaign, for education.
Yes.
I said, there is a mission here.
Absolutely. Yes.
It is a mission for us Filipinos to really help out in this campaign about education. He had accomplished already, which he has to accomplish and doing more. But now he is giving back to us, to the community. So that's what he said. It takes a village. Really takes a village. It takes, for us to really go for this campaign, because there's a lot of it's more of going forward. We're not getting any younger, but there's now the new generation that who loves arts and performing, and here he is, it's giving back to the community.
And we are here to support you.
And that's the reason why this this screening is not only really for just to show it.
Yes, yes.
There is a mission for this.
And it's free.
Yeah.
With food.
And it's
And there's a
free.
big message there, right?
Yes.
That's always good.
That's
And with food,
Yeah.
because it's
that's
Yes.
a Filipino trait. There's
Okay.
always food.
Well, we're kind of running out of time, though. Let's do fast talk, though.
Yes.
Jack, right?
Yes.
Best musical.
Company.
All right. Best performer.
Christian Chenoweth.
Best city.
Biased, New York City.
Best food.
French.
Fondest memory in Iloilo.
With family while there was a strong storm.
Storm.
Typhoon.
Okay. Favorite Pinoy expression.
Can I say it? Are you bleeping me?
Ilongguhan na lang
You know it.
Okay. Favorite Pinoy merienda.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. I guess.
I got it today.
Hello, right. Favorite person in Canada now.
Favorite what?
Person in
Person?
Canada.
Oh, that's tough, but it's just
Exactly.
my left.
Okay, one big wish for Tita Agnes.
Health.
Mm-hmm.
Health and perhaps the undying support to the Filipino cause.
Thank you. Damo salamat.
Damo,
guys.
salamat. Monette, you have wishes for Tita Agnes?
Yes, Tita Agnes, happy birthday. And, I wish you more health, more years, actually, because you have been a very good mentor to everyone. And,
Thank you.
Yes.
And you had your one personal recruit. Congratulations.
I told you. She challenged us last Tuesday, and up until, the whole time,
Yeah.
and up until today,
All right.
I was really just focused on I have
That
to
one last
I
one.
have to do this challenge.
Okay.
And finally did, and I texted her at like 11:40 at night.
Okay.
Now you are beside Jet Tolentino.
All right.
Yes, and I am so grateful for you, because as soon as Tita told me about that, the first thing I told her, I want to meet this guy.
It's a good thing I texted you
Yes.
this morning, right?
Yes.
Hey, Monette,
And
Marie,
you know,
yes.
other than that, since you did the fast talk, can I put in the last question?
No.
No, really, because they always ask the last question though. Is it lights on or lights off?
Off.
There you go.
There you go. Marie, you have any wishes for Tita Agnes?
Yes, happy birthday, peace of mind, peace of heart,
Okay.
peace of soul.
Peace of
and
soul.
peace of stress.
All right, there you go, folks. Please tune in again next Sunday to another exciting episode of Money Matters Atbp. Thank you to our producer, Agnes Miranda. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. I hope you get ready with your casting. What's that?
Casting what? Casting here?
Anyway, Pinoy Radio management staff, thank you so much. Life is what you make it. And please, watch it, support Jet Tolentino, and thank you, Jet, for gracing our show.
Thank you. Maraming
it has
salamat.
been a very inspirational episode. Money Matters Atbp says marvelous. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you.
Isa na namang makabuluhang edisyon ang inyong natunghayan sa Money Matters Atbp. Hanggang sa susunod ng pagtatanghal, Linggo, ganap na 3:00 ng hapon, Eastern Time. Samahan ng inyong partner sa pagyaman, Danny Orbilio. Money Matters Atbp. Muling pakinggan sa PinoyRadio.com at panoorin sa MCBN.tv.
What does it take to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. It's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call